Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're okay. Um, I hope that you have been doing your research. Remember to not copy paste everything from the internet. If you're researching, please edit your information and don't copy everything directly from the book. Also, edit your information. I trust that you are a sixth grader are gonna do an amazing job as you always do. So to continue with the video, I told you that I will show you how does a LED light looks like. This one has fallen from me a couple times, so the tiles are a little moved. Remember that a tile, we said, it was the union of clusters with a lot of pixels inside, with tiny baby little LED lights inside. So this is a LED lamp that is used in a fish tank. The thing that called the attention to most for me is that it's super thin and it's not really heavy. It's super light, see? It's made out of plastic, but my friend Karen, hey Karen, she used it for the fish tank, and it never got hot, never, ever, ever got hot. And I asked for her if she would give it to me. She said yes. She was very kind. This has a blue set. Ooh. And I'm guessing that the purpose of this is for the fish tank to work somehow. I don't know, for the plants to like have some sort of like effect. I have no idea, because I don't know anything about fish or fish tanks. But as you can see, they're very bright. They're very super shiny. See, they're very blinding, and they're really little. Look. See how big they are? And it's only two of them. See how big, like they are as tiny as that, but they shine three times more than that. And it has a white set. These are the little tiles. They're yellow in there, but they produce a light that is very white. Now, this is the white light, as you can see. Very blinding. See? See how different it is? See, yellow, white, yellow, white. Not even natural light from the sun is this white, because this is blinding white. See how my hand disappears because my shirt is white, because it reflects the lightness of my shirt, because it's super white. But even if I put it on my face, it erases all my features. So these kind of lights are the new revolution in electricity, because they are not very heavy, they don't get hot. Well, I'm pretty sure that they get hot if you put millions of them together at some point, and they're used in screens. So what we see in screens sometimes that are super, super big are not TV screens, because you would think, oh no, it's a really big TV. It's a lot of tiles made out of clusters, made with a lot of pixels. I'm sorry, guys, I just ate because I was really hungry. So if I burped, I'm really sorry. And inside the clusters, there's little pixels with a lot of lights inside, with a lot of LED lights inside. So all these groups of lights together produce different images when they are set in a program for the computer. Let's continue reading page number 80. As we can see there, there's a couple screens in there in a basketball game. No, it's a hockey game. It looks like a hockey game-ish. Comcast, Wachovia. That sounds Canadian. Yeah, it's a hockey. I can see the hockey players. Okay, so it says in there, LEDs outdoors. Jumbo televisions also use LEDs. These large screens are found in stadiums or sports arenas. They display video footage of the action and scores in a game. They can also be used as billboards to advertise products or services. When the screens are outdoors, it is necessary for the images to be clear even in bright sunlight. So what's telling you in here is that these screens can be outside in the daylight, but they will still be shinier than what the yellow light would portray, because the sunlight is kind of yellowy. because the technology is made for it to shine bright like a diamond. Um, Next, the gigantic screens use pixel this one in here, with dozens of LEDs on each one. Thousands of these modules are arranged on a rectangular grid. A computer system controls the LEDs. It determines which LED will light up at a given time to produce an image. An electrical system and wires are needed to power the LED lights in the grid. So as we can see there, they connect these LED lights to a computer, so when they're together they can produce these colorful images. And as we said before, the mix of red, yellow, and blue sometimes can make a light that is white. Sorry if I brought. Okay. In page 81, we found the sign. This sign looks a lot like the little pixels of the light that I just showed you. All over the United States, traffic signals are being replaced with ones that use LEDs. Each LED in a traffic signal is about the size of a pencil eraser. They are grouped together to create a light across the entire surface of the traffic signal. The signal that is produced with LED is clearer and brighter for pedestrians. Pedestrians are the people that walk the streets. And drivers than traditional lights and traffic signals. In addition, using this type of traffic signals can be more cost effective for cities. Bulbs do not have to be replaced for years. This saves money on materials and labor. Signals may not have to be serviced as often. There may be less traffic and gridlock from service trucks blocking intersections. These newer LED signals also use less electricity. So in there we can see that in this page it mentions all the multiple advantages that has to use a LED light. It says in there that they are cost effective. That means that yes, they are more expensive at the beginning, but because they last so long for so much time, then it doesn't matter if they're expensive at the beginning, because it's cheaper to buy something expensive once than buy something that is not really expensive once and once and once and once and once again. Because at the long run, it's gonna be cheap, it's gonna be more expensive to buy more light bulbs than invest in one that is cheaper. It also says in there that they're long lasting, and it saves money for the city, for the council, for the people that pays for the signals to be on, because as much as they are cheaper and they absorb less electricity from the electric posts, that means that people is going to pay less money to use these signals. So for an example, if you're changing the light bulbs in your houses, and you're going to change them for LED lights at the beginning, yes, it's going to be more expensive, but in the long run you're going to pay less electricity, and that's the best. So before we continue on electronics, the next question that you're going to have to write is explain the use and the advantages of LED lights. Explain the use, how is it used, explain the use, and the advantages and disadvantages of LED lights. What are the good things, the advantages, and the disadvantages? I'm going to write that word in there if someone asks. Okay? Advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so you are going to explain the use. How does this work? The pixel with the tile, with the cluster, with all the LED lights inside, and then you are going to explain the advantages and disadvantages, something like this. LED lights work by the union of multiple tiles that include clusters of pixels that are made from small LED lights in different colors that are activated with a computer to produce different images. That could be your answer. The advantages and disadvantages is something that I mentioned a couple minutes before. They are mentioned in page 81, so you can find them in there. And yeah, that will be that. I don't think that this will take you more than, I don't know, 12 lines probably. And remember, I want to see what you're thinking, what you're writing. I don't want to see anything copied from Google. I don't want to see anything copied directly from the book, because then I'm telling you, the cumulatives won't be the same if I don't see an effort and you're trying to understand the concepts that I'm asking for you. Okay, next is page 82. Page 82 talks about electronics. Computer accessories can also use LEDs. A computer mouse controls the cursor on the computer screen. In the past, computer mice used a ball to slide around the mouse path. Today, optical mice are replacing this device. I don't know if you've seen them, but mouses in the past, they were very heavy because there was a small ball inside that you would use to roll your mouse around, and that would move the cursor in the screen. But now that we don't use those, they have a red light that you move it in the mouse pad, in the surface that you're moving the mouse, and the light moves with you, and that is what moves the mouse around in your screen. A red LED light underneath the mouse pulsates and bounces light off the surface. This light sends signals to sensors that transmit information from the mouse to the computer. Each second, the mouse sends hundreds of signals to the computer as it moves. This makes the cursor appear to glide across the screen very smoothly. There are several advantages of optical mice. There is less wear than a mouse with a trackball. They were very heavy. The old mouses were very heavy, and they would make your wrist to be in pain all the time because you would have to move it. And sometimes the little ball would be stuck into something that it would be on the table, and it would be all crazy. Also, dirt cannot get inside the mouse, I just told you that, and interfere with the tracking sensors. This creates a stronger connection between the mouse and the computer. Power buttons on appliances have indicator lights that use LEDs. When a stove is turned on, a LED lights up. The light will continue to shine when the stove is still hot. This serves as a warning to people so they do not get burned. LED power buttons can also be found on computer screen and burglar alarms. They are on printers and scanners too. LED lights can indicate that a printer is out of ink or a piece of paper is jammed. So as you can see there, the next question that you will write is that you are going to write, compare old computer mouses to the new LED computer mouses. That's going to be the next question. Compare old computer mouses to new computer mouses. And I hope you're writing questions that are complete, because we have done this through the year all the time, and you've done them with pen the question, with pencil the answer, and everything that we have practiced. So you don't have to ask me, Mister, should I write that question? You should. And so right in there, compare the old computer mouses with the new LED mouses. And you have in here the information, but if you want, you can just rewind and you will find the differences between them. Page 83. Remote controls also use LED lights. Inside a... Oh, wait, Yeah, no. Sorry, 83 again. Here. Remote controls also use LED lights. Inside a remote control is a circuit board with infrared LED. This LED produces light that is invisible to the human eye. The device controlled by the remote, such as a television, can see the light. When you press the power button on the remote control, the receptor in the television sees the flashing infrared light. Then the television turns on. The television senses a connection that produces a signal specific to the power button. Similar connections occur when the channel or volume buttons are pressed. Remote controls can be used for other devices. People can use remote controls to adjust the lighting in a room. Devices with remote controls give the people the flexibility to control them from farther away. So we were talking about remote controls, and I have one in here. Now, remote controls work because this one doesn't have batteries, because, wait. So they have a light in here. Let me show you. Yeah, you can see it. It's in here. Do you see the little dot in there? That is a LED light, but it produces a light that it doesn't really produce any kind of a spark, so you don't really see it. Now, all remote controls used to shine on red or green when you press them. Now, TVs, when they're off, sometimes they have a red light that tells you that they're off. But with these new remote controls, you press something and you just can like turn on the volume or change the channel or go to Netflix or YouTube directly from there, because they have components inside that tells you that tells the remote control what order are you giving to it, and they have a connection that is invisible for the eye, but when you press something it sends a signal to the other part that has the same kind of light that they have to follow in a specific order. This is a technology that it's far from my understanding, because I don't know a lot about technology or electricity or electronics, but it's super nice. In my time, people would have to like stand up from the couch and turn off the TV and turn it on, and it had like a very big button with a line in the middle, and you would have to like tack 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 tack, and it had like a regulator thing that it would regulate the signal so it would look clearer. It was a tragedy. Okay, still 83. LEDs are also used in the displays of consumer electronic products. Portable music devices such as MP3 players and cell phones use LED lights to light up their screens. Some watches have an LED light to help you see the time in dark. Certain digital clocks use LEDs to illuminate the numbers. I used to have a very pretty watch, and it used to like light on blue when I pressed it. I lost it. My sister gave it to me. Sorry. Some flashlights use LED bulbs to emit bright beams. These lights can shine over long distances. People can use flashlights in their homes when their powers go out for a while. Camping outdoors. LED flashlights can also assist professionals such as firefighters and coal miners who need to work in dark places. And as much as they're very light, people don't mind carry them in their forehead, in helmets, or have them in the chest as chest plates. There are multiple ways that you can use a LED light because it's economical, practical, cost effective, expensive at the beginning but cheaper in the long run, not really heavy, it doesn't get hot, and it can produce images when you put them in a certain form. 84. Move over incandescent bulbs. The long lifespan of LEDs make them ideal for the automotive industry too, like this, cars. Dashboards and turn signals on cars are incorporating LEDs. Most cars today have LEDs in their taillights, including brake lights. Brake lights are especially important for drivers to see when another vehicle is stopping or slowing down. LEDs in headlights are being developed as well. This will help drivers see ahead of them more clearly. LED lights in cars shine brightly through dense fog or heavy rain. So as we can see there, the different uses that people give LED lights are expanded beyond remote controls, flashlights, cell phones, signals, what else? Buttons on different electronic devices to assist on car technology. So we can see there, this person is like taking like a facial treatment. I hope that he's not tanning. Airlines are also moving toward installing LED lights on the outside of planes. Unlike traditional landing lights, LED landing lights are more durable. See, they last longer. Like most LED taillights in cars, and LED landing light can last more than 50,000 hours. That's a lot of time. This saves time and money on aircraft maintenance. It also assures pilots that their landing gear is durable and reliable. With improvements in technology happening every day, the cost of LEDs has been greatly reduced. So that's amazing. So it's saying in here that it's not only that people is changing because it doesn't hot, because it's cheaper in the long run, because it doesn't get hot, but it's reliable because people trust that the material that is made is going to last for a long time. So when an airplane is landing and and they need the different lights to shine on. People can be guided by those lights. But what if one of the light bulbs blow up because they were turned on for too long? Now, this doesn't happen to LED lights because they're more durable and they are reliable. People trust that they're going to work in the way that they want. And also because they're so popular now, people are trusting that they're going to last longer and they're going to be cheaper in the long run. Um, with improvements in technology happening every day, the cost of LED has greatly reduced. This has allowed for further developments of devices that use less, such as equipment for dentistry and medicine that can help doctors perform their jobs better. Light therapy is becoming a popular service produced for skincare. Professionals that use high-density LEDs to help treat a variety of skin issues, such as acne, sun damage, and scars. Some night vision equipment uses LED to help soldiers in the military better protect themselves. Soldiers are now able to rely on durable, strong lights to help them see at night. Now, the question that I will give you, it will be about the different uses that you can give to LED lights, or all the things that you can name that are included in the story that people makes it using LED lights. But because I haven't finished with those, because there's a ton of them, I'm gonna give you the question in your next video tomorrow. So, see you tomorrow, guys.